Hi there, crafty peeps. Enis here from Papercrafting with Enis, and I'm super excited because today kicks off PUCHY'S hashtag PUCHY'smemymondays. And I am super excited because Puchy has invited me as well as 8 other awesome crafters to craft along with her and post our projects for your inspiration. So what it is every Monday during the month of August, we will be coming on at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, you can calculate for your own time zone what time that will be. And we will be showing you our projects. Now, some of them may be craft with me, some may just be a project show, or could be a variety of other things, but it all has to do with the MEMORYDEX cards that we are creating. And by the way, you are also invited to participate if you want to. Just make sure that you use the hashtag puchysmemymondays in your video description or on Instagram so that we can find your videos and your pictures and follow along with you as well. And by the way, there are going to be prizes given away. Puchy is hosting prizes on both her Instagram as well as YouTube. And I believe other crafters are doing the same. I don't know if they're doing one or the other or both. I am only going to be doing mine here on YouTube. And for my giveaway, what you will need to do is be a subscriber to my channel, please, 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 or at least someone who frequently comments on my videos. And also, you will need to watch all the videos for my hop, so that would be 4 videos, and you will need to leave a comment and like all of those videos. That will get you into a drawing for a $25 PayPal credit. And that allows me to open up my contest to international as well as US subscribers. So yeah, be sure to watch all of my videos, watch all the ladies' videos. And by the way, I will have everybody linked down below. So you're going to find the hashtag that you can follow or use if you post your own. You're going to find all of the crafters and their channels down below. And I believe the dates are posted down there as well. Super, super exciting. If I remember anything else, I'll try to bring that up a little bit later, but that's what I've got for that. But anyway, I just want to show you some of the things that I used to create my project, and I did use scraps from the Twilight paper collection as well as Luna. And I have had this for a couple of years. I've been doing a lot of crafting with it, and I have a couple of full sheets left, but I have a lot of scraps, so that's what I used for my project today. Also, I used this die from Scrap Diva Designs, and this is the MEMORYDEX pocket set. And by the way, I am an affiliate with Scrap Diva Designs, so I will have my affiliate link as well as my coupon code, which is Enis10, posted down below. And I will also have a link to this particular set. So if you're interested in buying this or any other Scrap Diva Design die sets, be sure to click on my link. It'll take you right to my page, which looks exactly like Erica's. You can do your shopping, use your coupon code, save 10%, and it will give me the credit, and I will get a small commission, which I certainly appreciate. It helps defray the cost to purchase more dies. So that's the die set I used. I also used some foam tape. This is the black foam tape from the Happy Crafter Shop. I used some of this glitter black mesh from the Dollar Tree. I used the tag set from, let's see, this is Twilight, so I got a couple of pieces out of there. I used some of this crinkle seam binding from My Scrap Cabin on Etsy, and this is Rose Petal, and this one is Old Gold. I also used some flowers from the collection, some puffy stickers, some gemmies, and some ephemera and chipboard pieces. And let me think. I also used a big roll of trim that I got on Temu, but it's so big I'm not going to show it to you. You'll see it in the project when I get there. So let me put these aside and bring in my project. So here is my MEMORYDEX. Oh my gosh, I think it turned out really, really cute. I love this paper collection, and while it does have a lot of pink in it, I didn't focus as much on the pink for this project. I did use some of the pink paper and a little bit of the pink trim, but more or less I'm focusing on the oranges and the blacks. So this is a piece that I fussy cut from the paper collection, and it says Halloween Oddities. This is a tag that I just fussy cut around, and by the way, I did back these up on black 110-pound black cardstock to give it a little bit more heft. And here's a double loop bow that I made using the crinkled seam binding. And here's some of that mesh that I used. And it covers the entire front, but it is the bottom layer, so you really can't see much of it. You can see here I've got some of the flowers and some little gemmies tucked in. Let me see. Oh, I did The base is made with black 110-pound cardstock. It's covered with the Michaels Recollections gold foil, and then I used my trim pieces. These are scraps from the paper collection. So I think that turned out really, really pretty. Then on the side I have a little dangle that I made, and I believe the orange beads, they're little pumpkin beads, they came from Temu. And then I've got a little gold cauldron there, and I think the black mottled beads may be from the Happy Crafter shop. And I didn't buy anything to make this project. Everything was from my stash, and some of it has been there for quite some time. So here's the back, and I used one of the pieces from the collection. I think it's pretty, and you can see the gold stitching that went around. Here's where I used one of the puffy stickers, and I just made a little flap here so that the information can be written here or here and then closed up and hidden. So that's the MEMORYDEX, and then tucked inside, you can see here I have layered it with the gold and the paper. I think this is really pretty, and these pieces are all stitched around. And then tucked inside I have made, well, I didn't make these, I just sort of decorated. These are some of the tags from the collection, and I just used some of the ephemera, some chipboard. I've got some of the Dollar Tree trim there, as well as some of the little jemmies smattered around, and here's some more of that crinkled seam binding, and then I add a little piece there. And the backs of all of the tags look like this. So this is actually the back of the tag, and this is the front of the tag, but I like this better for this one here. And you can see I just layered up a couple of things, chipboard, jemmies, ephemera, some trim. And then this one here, I added a little tag and a piece of that trim as a tag. Some more jemmies and some of the chipboard stars on there. So that is my MEMORYDEX card and all the little tags that I created. So now what I want to do, and I hope you guys will stick around for this, I'm going to show you how to make this trim here. Okay, so what I've got is I cut a piece of the black mesh with the gold spider webs on it, and I cut a piece of fabric. Now this fabric was, let me measure this. It was 2 inches, well, actually I think it was 2.5 inches wide. And what I did was I folded it onto itself with the wrong side facing out. I stitch a 1/4 inch seam allowance through all the way down. And actually here's a big long piece because I made a lot of this. And then I turned it right side out, pressed it flat with the seam on the back. And then I stitched this on using pleats. So let me switch over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to show you how I created that. So hold on just a moment. Okay, so here I am. I have my mesh, and it's cut about 2 inches wide. And I have my fabric tube, and it is now measuring about 1 inch after it was stitched and turned right side out. I'm just going to line these up on the end here. Okay. And by the way, the camera is right in my face, so I know the volume's going to be a little bit loud, so I'm warning you, you may want to turn your volume down a little bit because I am talking right into the microphone. So hopefully this is going to work out okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start, I'm not going to start stitching on the end. I'm going to start stitching here, and I'm going to go backwards, and then I'm going to come forwards again. And the reason you do that is so that it locks those stitches in place so that things won't fall apart. Also, I'm going to try my best to keep this fabric centered on the mesh in the back. And if it gets a little wonky, that's okay. It just adds character. So I'm just going to tuck that in, drop my needle down, my presser foot. I'm going to go backwards and then forwards. And I'm stitching right down the center, or as close to the center as I can get. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be lifting the presser foot and putting it back down. Now, there probably is a tool that you can use to do what I'm getting ready to show you how to do, but whatever it is, I don't have it, and I'm used to just pleating my fabrics the way I'm showing you. I also understand you can use a fork to pleat fabrics, but I don't know how to do that either. So, okay, up with the presser foot, and I am going to pinch both fabrics towards the back. Okay, so basically I'm making a little pleat. Then while that pleat is there, I'm going to drop my presser foot back down. Make sure I pleated that correctly. I'm just pinching and pushing it towards the back, dropping the presser foot down, and then I'm going to stitch forward just over the top of that bump, okay? Now that one I folded towards the back. This one I'm going to fold towards me or towards the front, okay? Now you can do all your pleats in one direction if you like. I like mine going in opposite directions. I think that looks very nice to me. Okay, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I get to the end of my piece. Okay, and you'll want to go slow with this because sometimes the pleat pops out like that. Okay, all right. I'm just going over the top of the bump, lifting the presser foot, pinching towards the back this time because the last one came to the front. Okay. And you can space these pleats out as close or as far as you want. I'm doing mine so that they're right underneath the presser foot. I like that spacing, plus the presser foot helps to hold the fabric down. And just so you know, make sure you keep your fingers away from the needle because you don't want to sew through your finger. Ask me how I know. I have not done it doing this before, but I have sewn onto my finger in the past doing other projects. It is not fun. Okay. All right. So you've kind of got the idea. Pleat towards you, pleat away from you, pleat towards you, pleat away from you. So now I'm going to finish pleating this big long piece here, but I'm going to speed the camera up so you guys don't have to painstakingly watch me do it in real time. Okay, so just give me a minute to get through this and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have pleated the entire piece. Let me move my sewing machine. Hang on a second. Okay, doesn't that look pretty? So now it is ready for a project. So that's how you can pleat a piece of tulle with fabric on top of it. And so what I did was I pleated a big long piece and then I just cut what I needed and hot glued it to my project there. So give me a second to get back to my regular screen and we'll finish up this video. Okay, I'm back to my project. So you can see again my cute little MEMORYDEX, and I love this little box. It's adorable. You can tuck anything you want to inside as long as it fits. And by the way, let me measure this right quick. And I'm going to measure from the back side. So this comes across at looks like 4 1/8 wide, and from top to bottom it is about 3 and 5/8. Depth wise, it is about a little bit more than a 1/2 inch. So that's what I have for you today for Puchy's Memmy Mondays. Don't forget to visit all the other ladies. They are linked down below. Yeah, if you participate, use that hashtag #Puchy'sMemyMondays so that we can all follow along and see your beautiful creations as well. So thanks a lot, everybody, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when I post my next video. And be sure to leave your comment down below on all of my videos so that you can get in the drawing for the $25 PayPal credit. So once again, thank you, and I'll catch you all on the next crafty video. See you later, crafty peeps. Bye.